Ecuador. We are going to have a meeting in Quito City, Ecuador on October 7th. So mark that down on your calendars. And as Dr. Lee just said, Redilme Barania was a new distributor from the Philippines. We just had 370 people in Poland at the second meeting in Poland. So you might not live in any of these places, but just think about who you know who might know somebody there. I was mentioning to Steve just a few minutes ago, you can just start asking around your neighborhood or your church or your synagogue or your health club. Who do you know who speaks Polish? Who do you know who is from the Philippines? Who do you know who speaks Spanish from Ecuador? And you can build yourself a nice business on our e-commerce platform from the comfort of your own home. Now, we are having a training call today on recruiting from our leader, Dr. Eliseo Lee, who has 35 years in the industry. He's built all over the world. Most of you already know Dr. Lee. He has 16 years in the industry of fuel catalyst, which makes him our secret weapon because he's teaching us all about the fuel catalyst that many of the people who own Govvi themselves don't really know this information. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce for our training call today, I believe it's on recruiting, Dr. Eliseo Lee.
Oh, thank you so much, RS. Yes, that's going to be our main team. However, we're going to be exploring a few things today in the first half of the call. We assume that most of the people that are joining us today are already members, or already brand partners, or how do you call them? Promoters. Promoters. I'm trying to get used to it because we used to call ourselves distributors for so many years, but I guess we're promoters now. And anyway, those are the new attorneys' way of putting us there together. And they say that we're brand partners. Anyway, let's talk about a few things. RS is talking about international, so let's keep talking about international for a couple of minutes. A lot of new developments on Telegram. I just posted a picture, I believe. Let me see if it's there. I'm going to share with my phone on Telegram. Angel Ramirez, which is vice president. He's the one opening distribution centers, and also the president of the company, which is Mr. Bert Green. They are in Poland, and they're celebrating because this thing is going global. Sharing from my phone, I'm going to the Telegram channel. And by the way, if you have not subscribed or have you download Telegram, you need to do that, folks. This is a powerful tool, Telegram. And when you go to Govvi Worldwide, okay, Govvi Worldwide, I just posted two things. Today, what's his name? Brian is not going to be with us. I think he's celebrating this racing. Look at that, Michigan Dragway, Go Victorious, Racing Series second place. See, look, they're beginning to use the gas pill in the racing. They're using also the gas pill on their Duramax pickup trucks because they're hauling the cars, and they're saving on depth, they're saving on diesel. They're very, very excited. What is this? RS? No,
I just posted the Telegram links.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so this is exciting. Yeah, he's doing very, very well over there, and more people are joining us in that area because the word is going out. And these are not network marketing professionals by far. They're not networkers. Believe me, folks, we can start over again with this program. I know that we go back to the same people all the time, but believe me, there's millions of people that have never, ever done network marketing or hear about the gas pill. We have a tremendous opportunity to create new leadership and to introduce many more people to the program. Let's go to Poland here. Look at that. Let me see. You'll probably not hear the sound. I'm gonna play it again. It's very short, but it's okay.
Wow.
One last time. Here we go. No, this is beginning to happen worldwide, and our company is so young. I've never been in a company that expands so fast globally in such a short period of time. But of course, it's a given when you have such leadership at the top on the company. They're seasoned distributors. The owners of the company, Mr. Lance Conrad, had a dinner there with some celebrities, and I believe the president of the country was there also in this dinner over in the Philippines. They're working on opening a distribution center, and in a few days, I will assume, or a few weeks, they're going to announce the kickoff of the Philippines. Folks, it's time to get your Filipino contacts going here in the United States. See, I know Philippines is great, but believe me, the number of Filipino and Tagalog speaking people in the United States, I have a lot of great friends, a lot of people I work and met over the years, wonderful people in the US. And they are the ones that make the money and have a lot of money. In the Philippines, of course, you have all different kinds of people from low to high class. There's plenty of people to recruit in the Philippines, wonderful people, but that's gonna kickstart United States. You need to get your contacts that speak, Tagalog, Filipino in the United States, because there are several million people here. There's plenty to develop a huge organization and become a superstar and earn all kinds of income here in the US just with that culture alone. But if it was the only one, we have 14 distribution centers already. We have Dominican Republic, we have Mexico with distribution center, we have Colombia, Ecuador. By the way, there's going to be a trip to Ecuador coming up, and Peru and Bolivia. And then you have South Africa, you have Europe, European countries. We have countries in Europe. We have Holland, we have Great Britain, and we have, of course, all over the United States. And so this is going big time in Southeast Asia, South Korea, ready to go, and Japan. So we're just beginning, folks. We're shipping product to 50 countries, 50 countries. That's a lot of countries to work with, but you don't have to go that far. I'm sure you know a lot of people in your hometown, in your state, in this country. You can develop a huge organization. We're just getting started. Some people say, well, I just got started. Well, folks, we just got started. You can't be tired about this thing. We're just getting into second gear, pretty much. We're setting up systems, videos. I'm working. I know that people are requesting to please post the video on our weekly call so you can use it 24/7. So my commitment is that in the next few days, this week, you will have at least one version of the recording of the weekly call, and we're gonna have several more coming up. Let me see. A lot of people. I just muted the call because there were noises coming up. Okay, so yes, get your list going. Yes, Ares.
By the way, Dr. Lee, the Philippines is already on the list of countries. So if you don't.
Okay. So maybe they're, I didn't know that, but it's probably getting ready to enroll now. We can enroll. We'll find out more, I guess, today or tomorrow. But if it's in the list, that means it's ready to go. So,
hey, Dr. Lee, I could do an announcement on that.
You have information?
Yes, Lance is working with our team. Michael has a guy named Arnold that signed up in the Philippines, actually signed up to the US, but he's already sponsored 3 people in the Philippines on our team. And right now they're holding the positions. They're getting ready to get it set up to where they can start ordering and start paying. So it's kind of active, but not 100% active yet.
Exactly.
But-
That's why I didn't want to give the go ahead with the flag, because sometimes when you kick it off too early, it frustrates people because they can't order. You understand? But maybe they are able to position themselves. I don't really know. But yeah, get your people ready. Definitely. Thank you so much, Smiley, and congratulations for
All
your
right,
progress
check your
in the future.
check your text. I sent you a picture of Lance and the new recruits over there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll post it on Telegram. Let me see. I'll do it during when we show a little video right now coming up. Listen, we're going to do a quick recap on what we've done on this training calls. I'm going to do it just a quick overview, a refreshing course, and then we're going to go to our main team. And also, we're going to have an introduction on a personal development video. I'm not going to show the whole video. It's 15 minutes. But I'm going to show you 3 minutes of the video, and hopefully this will motivate you to subscribe to our university, to our leadership university, and you can spend some time daily or weekly or whatever time you have on personal development. Believe me, folks, it's very important. Many people think it's about learning everything. Is not about that, folks. It's about personal growth. The more you grow, the more you attract. The more you attract, the more money you make. I mean, there's no way around it, okay? Personal development is a key to go to the next level, okay? You gotta be stronger in mind strong, in your communication skills, in the way you think, how you approach people, on why you say things, why you say them, how you say things. You need to work on your personal development. We all need to work on our personal development. I do that every single day, and I committed for life to do that. And I'm sure that this will help everybody in your organization, so you have a very strong team, committed team, ready to go victorious, go worldwide, okay? It's important that you set up some goals. And what is your goal for the month of September? September is almost gone, but you have October, you have November. Those are the best months for recruiting right now in the world, but you gotta do it quick because Thanksgiving is gonna be around the corner, then Christmas, and it's gonna slow down again. So if you wanna bridge that Christmas season and the New Year season, you gotta speed up your team right now so you can cruise through those holidays with growth, with auto ships, with orders, with people using our product. And I know that you're pitching the $100 and the $500 package. In our team, we're not selling the 1s and 3 packs to get started. Why? Because we're doing a disservice for those people if we sign them up with $20 or $50 just because it's cheap. Well, that's what you get. You get return cheap results. You need to get people committed by buying a $100 package, 7 pouches or 35 pouches, $500. Believe me, it's not a whole lot of money. If you start a restaurant, you start a mechanic, a machine shop, anything, a flower store, anything you start, you need tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars, folks. And you need inventory, you need this, and you need that, you need licenses, insurance, and you take so much money to start a business. By all means, I mean, $500 is not a whole lot to start a program, to start a business opportunity, because you need to have product in hand to be able to spread the news of a wonderful product. See, the product is not under test and security. This technology is over 30 years old, going 40 years already. Of course, it's been improving and improving. Some people are finding out from the very first time. I just got an email from one of our colleagues here, and it's saying, hey, somebody's saying, hey, you know, if this is so good, how come it's not in the main media? How come the government is not pitching this? Well, it doesn't work that way, folks. You know, sometimes products are staying there for years, and they don't go viral. They don't go with the population. We have an on-top market here. We have a product of value, and we have so much science behind this. The product works in so many applications. It's a multi-trillion-dollar business. is bigger than anything else you're doing right now. So people are being approached and saying, "Whoa, come over and join our matrix here. Join our Unilevel here. Sell this skincare or this product that is wonderful." I'm not against wellness products. I love wellness products. I take and drink and eat and pills, and I do that all the time, but I'm not unique. I mean, I can go to the health food store and buy products cheaper than in MLM. That's not funny. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't put money in my pocket. People right now need money. They need to make money. They need to save money. That's how the economy is dictated. And it's going to get worse by the minute coming up. End of the year, next year, the way the politics are going, the way the how do you call it? The directives of everything that we see right now is not good. So we need to gear up and pitch this program hard and strong and with posture, because we have something of value. We know that for a fact when we talk about it, Smiley, I mean, a $500 pack saves you $2,500 in gas, $2,000 in gasoline. Hello. I mean, it's huge. $100 pack would save you $400, $500, $600 in gasoline or diesel. I mean, why would you feel guilty about bringing somebody with a bigger package, or even the founder package? I mean, some of you have done the founder package. Congratulations. Now, what's your goal for this month, for this week, for next 3 months? Where do you see yourself? You see yourself as a star maker, as a rock star, as a superstar. Where you want to go? Of course, you got to go through the process, and you need people to do that. You need volume. You need personal orders. You need consumption. You need also subscriptions. Subscription is the name of the game, and people need to subscribe and upgrade to $100. If you're not in $100, you're missing out. And now today, there was an announcement that we're getting a freebie if you're in $100 subscription. I'm going to take a pause right here. And I'm going to give the microphone to RS. And you take just a couple of minutes. We don't have a whole lot of time on this, RS. But if you have, take 2 minutes to tell us what's going on with this free travel deal and discounts on foods and food and all kinds of things that we have available for the people in $100.
Yep, thank you, Dr. Lee. This is a gift and appreciation for everybody who's on a $99 auto ship. There is no charge at all. If you log into your back office and you scroll all the way down to the bottom on the menu, you will see the rewards club. It's called Govvi Rewards. And when you Govvi Club, Rewards Club, when you click on it, it's not only a travel club, but you can put in your zip code. And a lot of people have not been able to, they have stopped ordering in. They've stopped taking the kids for pizza. They've stopped going to their favorite Chinese restaurant and stuff like that. So they'll be able to sustain discounts either by using their smartphones or by printing out the coupons, which I kind of like, Dr. Lee. You know, I'm not very much of a techie. We also can use this if you want to go to some of the meetings, like if you want to fly into Naples or Edmonton, you can use this. And what I liked about the hotels is you not only get a discount from the from all of the hotels, and apparently the discounts are better than Expedia and all of the different sites online, but they also give you cash back. So if you book something for 5 days, immediately it shows you what your discount is, but then it also shows you that you get cash back money during your stay. So you can sustain, look at this, Jiffy Lube and
Pep Boys, yeah. I mean, look at that, the categories, RS, automotive, auto parts, you know, car rental, condos, cruises, entertainment, golf. Hey, those golfers, you know.
Hint, hint, folks. Go and visit your local Pep Boys, get the discount, and then tell them how you got to do it and sign them up with a $500 package. I kind of like this as a perks. It also is a good retention thing. Again, Dr. Lee, a lot of people here, the market went down another 1,000 points, the Dow Jones. It hasn't been like this since the year 2020. As you said, it's only going to get worse. Any way that we can help people save money is going to be a boon to us, and it's going to be a good thing if you use the right.
No, I want to make a comment on this. Don't get distracted with this. We're not promoting. We're not getting commissions on this. This is just a rewards, and is available to everyone on $100, 7 pouches per month. You get it free. Folks, in many companies out there, I know many, they're charging $100, $150 for this package per month. Okay. Now, if you're only on $50, you can still have it, but you need to pay $50 a month. That doesn't make any sense to me. Might as well upgrade to $100, getting 4 more pouches and getting the thing for free. That way you get 4 pouches free. Okay. So that's it. That's the end of the pitch. All right. All right, so let's keep going here. We get paid on volume. And in next week, we're gonna talk about how you get the points. Each package creates points and value, 35, 70 points, and everything contributes to the binary plan. See, we're building our matrices that Steve talks about it every week on the 2x2, the 3x3. That's great. Getting a $100 check and a $300 check and a $500 check every month, that is very, very powerful. When you are doing that in all your teams and you bring in more people and you're recruiting and stacking them down line at the end, at the bottom of the power line, left and right, you're going to start accumulating volume. When those people duplicate your efforts, you're going to see yourself climbing up from 1,000 points to 2,000 points to 4,000 points. And believe me, folks, it's going to get very exciting. Why is that? Because in addition to your commission, okay, coming up, you are going to have also a matching bonus that is going to start climbing up. The more people make money on the binary, the more matching bonus you're going to get. Now, duplication is the key. Why am I saying this? Because, see, when you're building your 2x2s, your 3x3s, and your 5x5s, that Steve talks about it every week during the call, what we're doing, in effect, is driving this organization deep. You want to drive your organization as deep as possible, but it makes a big difference what you duplicate. It's not the same as doing a 2x2, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. I'm going to finish that on the 6th generation, 6th level. It's only 64 people on that line, plus the ones above. If you do a 3x3, look the separation, 729. That's a 10 times more money. No wonder why some people say, well, I can't believe this guy is making $30,000 a month, $20,000 a month already in Govvi. Yeah, right. There's people making 10 and 20 and 30,000 a month in Govvi already. Do you think it's difficult? Well, it's not easy, but it's attainable. 3x3 is attainable. How about 5x5? Well, that's why they're making so much money. When you duplicate a 5 and you go down 6 generations, you got 15,000 people. 15,000. If you go only 5 levels, it's 3,000. 4 levels, 600 people. So in 4 levels, you're doing what you're doing in 6 in the other one. And in 2x2, guys, you need almost 10 levels to match it. You see the point? So what does that mean to you and to me? That means that we need to become a recruiting machine. We have no control on who's going to duplicate and who's going to do the business, but how are we going to find the people that duplicate? Was by bringing more people in. You know, there's no secret in this industry. Now, those are the numbers. The numbers don't lie. It's math. I mean, this is not rocket science, but hey, you know, I'm a numbers guy. Those are your numbers. They say, well, explain this chart to us. There's too many numbers. I don't like tables. Well, I don't like them either, but I like the money. Do you like the money at the bottom? How much money you want to make? 120 a week, 300 a week, 1,600 a week, 6,000 a month, 83,000 a year. Well, and you can, if it's not enough for you, multiply by 10 or multiply by 100. There's no limit here, but it gives you an idea that you need numbers, you need people. So there's two numbers there. 50 is the ones you need every week, and 215 it will be to have through the month in your organization, because not everybody orders the same week. See, people have auto ships once a month, and they may fall in the first week, in the second week, in the third week, and in the fourth week. And to spread them all out and bring people in different times of the month, so they start spreading through the week. Of course, our weekly check, our binary, don't get discouraged, goes up and down. That's normal. Why? Because I just told you, not everybody orders the same calendar day of the month. It's logical. One week you're gonna close a superstar, the next week you're a star maker. Don't get discouraged, that's part of the game. What counts is how much you make in the entire month. You're gonna add up all those checks, and when you look at the overall check, it's wonderful. It's really nice. So I wanna prepare you for that, and those are the numbers. So how many people you need to be a rock star, for example? Well, that's about, if you're a 20 CV, one package, you need 200 people. No, I wanted a 70 CV, $100 a month, as many as possible. And, you know, getting the benefit of the travel free. And I need 58 to be a rock star. 58 people ordering every week, that's $495 in a month, okay? That gives you an idea. What if I have some truck drivers and they have small fleets here and there that order the 350 CV pack, the 500 in auto ship? I only need 12. What? 12, yes. As opposed to 200 with one pouch. You see the point? 52 people, 52 business people ordering 350, 500 a month. You need 50 people to be a rock star and 100 to be a superstar. Okay? So hopefully this opens your mind and gives you an idea how to set up your goals there. Okay, let's go to another overview on the review of what we've done in the last few weeks in training. So you missed our training in the last 2-3 weeks. You're getting a crash course in a few minutes. Okay, we're going very fast. Subscription price. People ask me, Dr. Lee, well, how much do I sell the pouch for? Some people say, well, I want to give it away. Are you kidding me? Why would you give away a pouch that in California, the person is going to say $80 using the pouch and giving it away? Why? I mean, you sell it for $30, but in other parts of the country, gasoline is lower price, maybe $3.75 average, and the savings are only $60. Well, then retail it for $25. We need to have a uniform retail price here in the organization, in our team, so we're all consistent. $25 average nationwide, $30 California, and believe me, folks, if somebody goes into your site and ordered a starter pack, one pouch, the price of the package, including shipping, because we have free memberships, is $32.94. You hear that right? So why would you give it away to $20? That's ridiculous. You know, $32.94 is what cost them if they enroll with one pouch. So don't give away your product, okay? I want you to make some money, and I want the person to appreciate what you're giving them, because you shouldn't feel guilty about selling the product that is putting money in their pocket. Now, family pack, $57.94. The cost per pouch, $19. Business package, $107.94. The cost per pouch, $15.40 at the door. And the 500 professional package, you get additional savings, although you get the same amount of product proportionally to the business pack, you're saving on shipping because the shipping doesn't increase much. So you're going down to $14.54, all right? So that's your cost, you know, that's your cost. So you make the difference. If you retail for $30, you double your money. If you retail for $25, you make $10. Any questions here? Before we go to the next team, we're gonna watch a 3-minute overview video on Nightingale Conan, and hopefully that inspire you to enroll in our Leadership University. Any questions? This is a class. Open your microphone or use your text at the bottom. Well, I guess there's no questions. Everything is very clear. Wonderful. I can't hear you. All right, what happened? Okay, let's keep going.
No questions.
Well, it was 30 minutes and we covered a lot of ground. So let's watch a 3-minute overview on Nightingale Conant. This is one of I think this is the last video I just posted on Telegram, and we're gonna look at it just briefly. Hopefully that inspires us to do some personal development every day. All right, so here we go. Let's test the video, and then, oop, I lost it. Where is it? It went away. No good, no good, no good. You want us to make some comments in the meantime, RS? I'll be right.
Sure. You know, I posted, again, the links for the Telegram channels and also the end of the week, which is Monday for the new people on this call. And we go by UTI time. So the times are different and if you look on the chat box, you'll be able to see that too. Grab the links and you can subscribe to Telegram. For folks who aren't technologically advanced like me, Dr. Lee, and don't do stuff on their smartphone, they can download Telegram to their computer, which is what I do, and use it on the computer. So it really is very versatile. Don't miss it. There you go.
Excuse me, can you see my screen now?
We did see it.
It came on for a second.
Okay, how
Now
about
it's trying
now?
to come on.
Guys can
Yeah,
see
it's
it?
on.
Okay. What we're gonna
It's
do
on.
is we're gonna test the audio to see if there's an audio before we pop it in, and we're gonna look at 3-4 minutes, and then we're gonna stop. It's just it's an infomercial for Leadership University. So here we go. Let's try it out.
We can achieve nothing without paying the price.
Is the
Now,
sound working?
what is that price?
It's working.
Well,
Yes.
it's many things. First, it's understanding emotionally as well as intellectually that we literally become what we think about, that we must control our thoughts if we're to control our lives. It's understanding fully that as ye sow, so shall ye reap. Secondly, it's cutting away all the fetters from the mind and permitting it to soar as it was divinely designed to do. It's the realization that your limitations are self-imposed and that the opportunities for you today are enormous beyond belief. It's rising above narrow-minded pettiness and prejudice. Thirdly, to use all your courage to force yourself to think positively on your own problem, to set a definite and clearly defined goal for yourself, to let your marvelous mind think about your goal from all possible angles, to let your imagination speculate freely upon many different possible solutions, to refuse to believe there are any circumstances sufficiently strong to defeat you in the accomplishment of your purpose, to act promptly and decisively when your course is clear, and to keep constantly aware of the fact that you are, at this moment, standing in the middle of your own acre of diamonds, as Russell Conwell used to point out. Fourth, save at least 10% of what you earn. It's also remembering that no matter what your present job, it has enormous possibilities if you're willing to pay the price. Now let's just go over the important points in the price each of us must pay to achieve the wonderful life that can be ours. It is, of course, worth any price. 1, you will become what you think about. 2, remember the word imagination. Let your mind soar. 3, courage. Concentrate on your goal every day. 4, save 10% of what you earn. And action. Ideas are worthless unless we act on them. There are 2 things that may be said of everyone. Each of us wants something, and each of us is afraid of something. I want you to write on a card what it is you want more than anything else. It may be more money. Perhaps you'd like to double your income or make a specific amount of money. It may be a beautiful home. It may be success at your job. It may be a particular position in life. It could be a more harmonious family. Each of us wants something. Write down on your card specifically what it is that you want. Make sure it's a single goal and clearly defined. You needn't show it to anyone, but carry it with you so that you can look at it several times a day. Think about it in a cheerful, relaxed, positive way each morning when you get up, and immediately you have something to work for, something to get out of bed for, something to live for. Look at it every chance you get during the day and just before going to bed at night. As you look at it, remember that you must become what you think about, and since you're thinking about your goal, you realize that soon it will be yours. In fact, it's yours really the moment you write it down and begin to think about it. Look at the abundance all around you as you go about your daily business. You have as much right to this abundance as any other living creature. It's yours for the asking. Now we come to the difficult part. Difficult because it means the formation of what is probably a brand new habit, and new habits are not easily formed. Once formed, however, it'll follow you for the rest of your life. Stop thinking about what it is you fear. Each time a fearful or negative thought comes into your consciousness, replace it with a mental picture of your positive and worthwhile goal. There will come times when you will feel like giving up. It's easier for a human being to think negatively than positively. That's why only 5% is successful. You must begin now to place yourself in that group. For 30 days, you must take control of your mind. It will think only about what you permit it to think. Each day for this 30-day test, do more than you have to do. In addition to maintaining a cheerful, positive outlook, give of yourself more than you've ever done before. Do this knowing that your returns in life must be in direct proportion to what you give. The moment you decide on a goal to work toward, you're immediately a successful person. You're then in that rare and successful category of people who know where they're going. Out of every 100 people, you belong to the top 5. Don't concern yourself too much with how you're going to achieve your goal. Leave that completely to a power great.
Okay, so hopefully this inspire everybody to keep going there. And yeah, it's very, very powerful to really become conscious about what we're thinking about, because what we think about, we bring about. And if we want to manifest success, we have to think success. We cannot be thinking about failure and achieving success. It's impossible. So negative thoughts come to our minds at all times. And we're getting hit by negative people around us. That's why it's so important that we be selective with the kind of people we attract to our program. And sometimes we need to let go of those people that are giving us a hard time, or they're not conducive to a successful organization. Some people are gonna be just more work than what they're gonna produce or what they're gonna bring to us. So this is why sometimes when we're prospecting, we're gonna encounter some people that are, that they're not even gonna put the pill in the tank, but they're gonna be analyzing this thing for the next year, and they're gonna take a lot of your time. So I was just talking to Bizzle yesterday. Bizzle Lamba, how are you doing today?
Very good, sir.
You had a situation where you had an email with someone that is asking all these questions. How come is the product is being around for a long time? How come this company is only 3 months old? And you're talking about years. And then how come it's not in the mainstream? And how come the government is not using it? And what if it damages the engines? And what if this and that and that and that and on and on? And I said, well, it's very nice to find analytical people out there, and there's many analytical people. I consider myself an analytical person. I'm an engineer, so by profession. So I'm very square, very analytical, but I like to take action. And unfortunately, many people that we encounter are not going to take action, are just going to study this thing, and they're going to be paralyzed. And unless we get them to use the product and put the pill in the tank, it's going to be very difficult for them to do anything about it or duplicate. All right, because it's all about using the product. So it's all about trust. And either you trust the process or you don't. It takes faith. Even to walk outside your house and go to work, you need to have the faith that you're going to make it there, that somebody's going to run over you or something. You know what I'm saying? It takes faith every day when you wake up to do anything we do. And it takes trust. And it's a game of trust here. And I trust my upline, my sponsor. I trust the founders of the company. I trust the product. I believe in the industry. I believe in the product. I believe in you guys. I believe you're the wonderful leaders I ever worked with in my years in the industry. I'm very excited about working with you guys. And, you know, it's very exciting to have a team like this because we're on the same mind. And we want to keep it that way. We want to have thousands of people like yourselves joining our team. I think that's going to be wonderful. And we're just getting started. We're just going to gearing in. I believe that in 3 years, 5 years, we'll be celebrating in different places, in the beaches of the world, with tremendous incomes. Hopefully you were there by then, and you're still here in our team, you know, because many people spend 3 months in every company or 5 months in every company. And they, at the end of the day, after 5 companies, say the industry doesn't work. No, they didn't work. They didn't work, they didn't commit, because you cannot build a huge organization in 3 months. I mean, we're doing very well for 3 months, but to get a massive organization, it takes years. Let's go to, well, if you want to make a comment on what I just said, Bazil, and then we go to Steve Hall.
Yeah, no, it was right. I mean, before that, you mentioned paying attention to the people we bring in. That's definitely something we need to learn. And I've experienced that some people come in the team, but they drag, they don't come to the training, they don't bring people, they don't return your phone calls. So you start getting the idea, like, there is a type of, without putting people away, but there is a type of profile that want to do this business. And these are the people we want to go to and work with.
Absolutely. You got to look at yourself as a big business. If you're a business owner, you're the president of your own company, you CEO of your company, and you're beginning to recruit your staff or your main team, correct? I mean, if I'm building a huge corporation, I'm not going to start from the bottom up. In other words, I'm not going to start working with, trying to get a cleaning person and somebody to do this task or chauffeur or something. I need to be my vice presidents. I need to be my CFOs, my chief financial officer, my chief of operations, and my vice president of this or that. And for that, I have to be selective. I have to bring a strong team, and then I start driving the organization that way. And many people think they want to start from the bottom up. And look, you're building a huge organization here. Bring strong leaders, and don't be afraid of them. Start working your chicken list. I remember I was talking with Smiley, right, a few weeks ago, Smiley. And remember, Smiley, I'll go back to you, Steve, but just remember, Smiley, you want to open your microphone? Remember Rico, you said, Rico's not going to work and do anything. You just stack it there in the power line. And then what happened is we got on the phone, and I got on the phone very strongly with Rico. I said, Rico, you need to open your list, get your chicken list, get your top leaders. And what happened, she put us with a top leader. And how many founders this lady has sold on the guy that you say is not going to do anything, but when he get on the phone with me and we really drive him, what happened, Smiley?
Hey, you're absolutely right. I think Jenna's put in at least 15 to 20 personal founders, and then her people put in founders. And I just found out that she's in about 5 or 6 different countries right now. So, hey, you never know who's going to do it. And I think Rico's probably on the call now, and he's one of my strongest leaders, right now.
And this is a good introduction to this second part of the training, because we're talking about recruiting, and it's about doing 3-way calls with your upline. And some people have lost that touch on doing that. I'm going to go to Steve Hall about this. Steve, you've been in the industry for many years. You develop large organizations in network marketing. And you know what? It's about team effort. You cannot do it yourself.
No, you can't, Doc. And a lot of you're giving out a lot of good information, and there's a lot of people that's on the line, it's been on for a long time, that understand what you're saying. And you have to stay focused on what you're doing and find, like Bazil said, and you've said, and several on here, find them 4, 5, 6 key players, the leaders that you're going to build with, and develop that army through those people. And you don't want to waste your time with people, waste your time. So a lot of good information, and then you see the key people are on these calls. So appreciate all you're doing on the calls, and a lot of good information today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Steve. Well, let's do a recap of last week's and then we go into this week's. We said that we were going to start a series of 6 trainings. Level 1 was last week. If you missed that last week, I'm going to give you a quick overview so you come up to speed with us and you don't miss out, okay? So first of all, this is called a race to success. Everybody is seen on television or going to a car racing. It's exciting, and there's flags there. The flags are there to give indication, go time, okay? So there's 8 flags that are very important that we need to work with, and how to develop a successful organization. This is the first level training. It was done last week. I'm just going to do a quick overview. We are where we are because of the decisions that we took 2 to 5 years ago. So my question is, what kind of decisions we're going to take in the next few days that put us in a different position in 2 to 5 years? Very, very important. We need to set up goals. We need to set up our dream board. Number 1, the first flag, define your motive. What is your motive? So we talk about motives. We have about dreams, goals, having your dream board to write down, to visualize. Those are the kind of things we talked about last week. And then we went into number 2, which was choose your circuit and follow it. In other words, make a commitment. See, nothing will happen without commitment, and without commitment, dreams are worthless, okay? That means we need to commit time, be constant, commit to the subscription to $100, 7 pouches, and learn. That's why I applaud you, because you're coming to these trainings. And you know, at the end of the day, it says what you are not willing to get will never be yours. And then number 3, recharge your field. We talk about the way when you go to the pits and our car racing, you know, they have to do all kinds of checking. They change the tires, but first of all, they fill up their tank, you know. What's the feel in our organization? People, you need to feel if you don't have this feel, which is names, contacts, there's no organization. And you cannot prejudge anybody. We're going to go more deeper into it today. You need to have people that you know, that trust you, that like you, blah, 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 and making your list. And then number 4, enter the racetrack, invite. This is where the rubber meets the road, invitation. You see, inviting doesn't mean that you have to enroll them and you have to sell them anything. It's the action of giving information to people. See, we're messengers. We're not the message. We're just messengers giving information, and we're trying to find out who's interested in our message, who enrolls, who embraces our message. What is our message? Saving on fuel, on gasoline and diesel, helping others save on diesel, prolonging the life of the engine, okay? Saving the environment, reducing harmful emissions. That's our message to the world, okay? And it's a very simple message, very simple message. And the nice thing about it is that is for everyone, and there's more prospects for you than any other program. In many programs that I worked before, I have to look for somebody that had wrinkles in the face already. Well, what about the youngsters? In other program, I had to look for people that are overweight. Well, what about the skinny ones? And so on and so forth. You get my point. You know, 320 million driver's license, and you don't have anybody to invite, okay? And you got to be short to the point. We're going to go back to it during the second training. Initiate the race. Show the plan. Show the plan, show the plan, show the plan, show the plan. Okay, you don't know how to show the plan. All right, we're going to put some pre-recorded conference calls so you can do some 24/7. And you can show the plan 24/7, okay? And your income will be in direct proportion to the number of presentations you are given. All right, now finish the race, the follow-up. The follow-up is very important. We're going to talk about it today. And then number 7, make a stop. Coaching. Yeah, you got to stop sometimes and see where you are. What's the next step? Where do you want to go? Just like when you're looking for directions and you go into a place, sometimes you need to stop, look at your map again, see where you are, and what do you need to do, where do you need to go, and what directions you're going to follow. This is very important. My questions to you is, where are you right now? You've been in the program 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. Where are you? Are you satisfied with your progress? Should you be ahead of, or no, or you're way ahead of your original drawings and original plan? What do you need to do to balance the other side? How many more people do you need to fill up your 3x3 or your 2x2? Well, write it down. You know, take some time to do that. You take more time to watch the baseball or the football than you take on your goals. There's something wrong here. There's no way you can achieve it unless you invest time on this thing. Get a piece of paper and write some circles down. You have some of that help in your back office now, where you can actually see who's doing what and how many people, but put it in circles, put names to them, John, Mary. Oh, I need one more here. Well, if you don't know what you need, how are you gonna know you got there, you know, to your goal? So you need to know what the next step, and for that you need a map. And for that map, you need to get a piece of paper and write down in circles or squares or whatever, but put down the names of the people that you have in your front line and figure out what they need to work with them to complete the picture. The 2, the 3, the 4, so you can get that check this month, not next month. Let's wrap it up this month. We are at, what day of the month is this? At 20 something? We still have 10 days. Let's wrap it up. Let's fill up the holes and complete the first task. Let's bring more people in. What is your goal? Recruiting another 2 people a week, 1 person a week, 5 a week? What is the goal of your team? Double your volume, double your income, getting to the next rank level. You need to do some coaching. Coach yourself or work with your upline and set up some goals together to get to the next level. Be a leader for your team, and you need to teach these 8 steps of success to all your team. You know, network marketing is very simple, but it's not easy. If it was so easy, everybody will be doing it. Or many people don't do it because they don't understand it. They don't understand how easy it is. It is easy. The concept is very simple. Be teachable. What does that mean? First of all, you need to be a student. So I applaud you guys because you're coming here for a training. Great. But if it stays there, it doesn't do any good. You need to learn for what purpose? For you become a teacher. You need to be teaching your coaching your people. And then you're in step 2. You're getting it faster and faster. And when you become a teacher of teachers, a leader of a leader, then you get to the top of the top of the heap, because you're going to have hundreds of leaders in your team that you're working with, and they are working with their people, and so on and so forth. That's called duplication. Duplication is the name of the game, folks. And I mean, we can sell and recruit 100 people and not duplicate. You can recruit 5 people and have 5,000, or 3 people and get 10,000 people. All right. It's about duplication, and let's have fun with it. Verification, very important. Get familiar with your back office. Make sure everything is set up properly. Learn how to interpret genealogies, binary, look at everything, click on everything, get familiar with it. It's like a bicycle or a car. It's impossible for me to teach you how to drive a car or a bicycle unless you get on it and do it yourself. And by doing and repetition, you become a master, and then you can be a teacher. There's no way you can teach anybody if you don't even know where the stuff is in your back office. You don't even know how to enroll someone. You don't even know where your link is. You don't even know what Telegram is, and you don't even download a Telegram or use WhatsApp or any of these new technologies. And, well, I'm an old person, I can't learn anymore. Are you kidding me? It's simple, but you need to dedicate some time to it to make it happen. I mean, it's not going to happen by itself. 1 second here. There's something wrong with my phone here. 1 second. What happened with my phone? 1 second. Okay, now. My phone was giving me a hard time. All right, apologize for that. Okay, 1 second. All right, let's wrap it up. There's many mistakes that people make: lack of enthusiasm, paralysis by analysis, fears, and all kinds of things that happen along the way, and forget to ask for referrals, etc. Okay, you need to stay on the track, and the leaders that make the most money are not the most talented, but the more persistent. Okay, so that's it. This training is on Telegram, posted there in a PDF. Let's go to the training for today. Here we go. I know we're close to the hour, so I want to submit this to you and as a voting situation, because we can stop right now in order for us to be cool about the 1 hour, or we can just hit it and do the training, the main training of the day, which is going to take about 20 minutes. So put a 1 if you want to keep moving forward. If there's enough ones there, we'll do it. If you need to go, you're dismissed. I have no problem. It's your business, not mine. Everybody has their own business. So you're not my employee, you know, I'm not your boss. I'm just a coach here today, trying to get more out of you that you're trying to get from yourself. So if you like that, stay. If you are not cool with that, you're free to go. Anybody who wants the 1? Okay. 2, 3. More people want to stay or want to go? I mean, there's all kinds of activities today. Maybe there's some baseball games and stuff you can be watching. But anyway, Alexis, a 1. Let's go. Wonderful. Thank you. All right. I spent a lot of time on preparing this, so I think it would be nice if you guys stay. You're going to get something out of this. Perhaps you're an expert already on it, but nevertheless, I mean, I've always learned from different people all the time. I'm like a sponge. I would like to learn as I go. And there's different coaches and different people in the world that have always something to give us. An invitation, the presentation, and the follow-up. These are the flags 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's see, let's go for them. All right. Do you believe that there exist people who would want to, number 1, save money on fuel. Number 2, reduce the maintenance and prolong the life of the engine, reduce harmful emissions and earn substantial income? If you believe so, then you're going to be very successful here in our team. Prepare then a big list of contacts and share the vision. Now, the list, well, everybody has made a list in their lives, either for a Christmas party or for a reunion or for a wedding arrangement or whatever, just to watch the football game and the barbecue. You have to make a list, and then you invite them to come to whatever, your event. In other words, nobody's going to show up to your barbecue if you don't invite them. They don't even know that you're going to have a barbecue. So, hey, you need to make a list. So making a list is nothing new for us. The question is, are we willing to make a list? You say, I don't like to working with my war market. Well, it's fine. I mean, you start placing classifieds, that's a long haul. That takes a lot of skill. I mean, you can do that, you know, automatic recruiting machines and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's some people can do that very successfully. If you're techie, you may be able to do social media, invest thousands of dollars, and maybe you can sell a lot of pouches. But from selling pouches to getting leaders, duplicating and develop a larger organizations, you're going to have a hard time duplicating there. It's easier to duplicate with the people you know. I've done this for 36 years, and believe me, I try everything, and I always go back to the basics, because the basics work. For one thing, to getting somebody to put a pill in the tank is easier to get it with somebody you know, of course. You know, Smiley is demonstrating to us over and over again that a stranger in 3 minutes buys a pouch if you have the right approach. So it doesn't have to be this way, but eventually, if Smiley wants to duplicate with those people, he needs to build some rapport and relationship with those customers and try to get referrals and duplication out of them. Otherwise, they're going to stay just as customers because they won't be able to duplicate what he's doing. So hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. Make it big as you can, all right? Social psychologists think that you have over 2,000 contacts, and this is the field that is going to drive your successful organization. And you never discard anyone, and you need to widen your list constantly. Okay, who are we going to bring to the list on our priority? Why are we qualifying? Some people used to tell me, don't qualify anybody, just talk to anybody. Well, if you have a big list, who do you start with? We start with the best ones. Start with the best ones, with the happy, positive attitude people, the active people, with the one with a burning desire for success. And, you know, people that know people that are people person, that you know are out there. They're already leaders in the community. They have a lot of followers and have credibility. Those are the ones you want in your team. Initiate and people that have initiative and are teachable and leaders and have the capacity to make decisions. And you know what? There's another one that is not the least, but is very important, that have economic resources. Sometimes we go down to the bottom of the bottom, and the person doesn't even have a car or doesn't even have the money to start with. And we want them, if they have the burning desire and they have the contacts, yeah, bring them on board. But if they don't have any of this other attitudes above them, and they don't have any money, I don't want them in my team. You know, they need to have one of the other ones at least if they don't have money. It's not like I just want to bring just people that have the resources, but my golly, I mean, their circle of influences, somebody that has resources is going to be the same. And somebody that came in at 500 most likely can sell a lot of $500 packages. And this is the reason why when I was interviewing Smiley a few minutes ago, and we talked to Rico, and Rico opened up that chicken list and put me with a huncho there of the organization, and she decided to come in. That was a bingo moment. Why? Because she came at $9.99 with a founder package, and you hear so many packages that are coming in, and she's opening countries already. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we went to the top instead of going to the bottom. You know, the lady lives, I believe, Smiley, I think she lives in the Hamptons, right?
Yes, she's in the Hamptons.
Does she need the money? Does she need the money? Really?
No, not at all.
She does it for fun, is that right?
Oh, she's having too much fun.
She's just having fun with this thing. She liked the idea. And then, you know what? She committed to the vision. When I show her the vision that we're going to help people and we're going to clean up the environment, that was enough for her. It was not the money. Correct?
You're absolutely right. Yep.
And when she started pulling out of her circle of influence, she says, I don't want to bring anybody that doesn't want to buy a 500 or a founder package. Wow, I like that. All right, let's keep going. Begin to prosper. You have something of great value here to share. Your success depends on how you perceive what you have to offer people. I mean, how do you perceive what you have? If you diminish what you have on your pill, then it's not going to be as big. You need to appreciate, love what you have. What you have is phenomenal. What you have is the technology that have put a cell phone in your hand. Navigation systems, telecommunication services, everything that we have in communication technology has become about because of this technology. It's huge. It's huge. Moving a semi-truck for 120 more miles with just 5 grams of this thing is unbelievable. Moving your Suburban, your pickup truck, your F-150 with 2 tons for 60, 80 more miles with 1 gram or 1.5 grams or 2 grams of something, and moving 2 tons for 120 miles is incredible. All of us together, we wouldn't be able to push that Suburban, that F-150 loaded for a block. It's a tremendous amount of energy what we're getting out of 1 gram of this thing. It's unbelievable. Get on fire with your product. Avoid becoming an information machine. Reduce the length of your talk and your presentation and save it for the opportunity call. You invite, you present, and you follow up. That's it. Invitation. Now you have the product approach and the business approach. Which one is better? Well, there's no one better. The nice thing about this particular program is that you approach them on both at the same time. In most companies, you say, well, I don't know if I should sell him this product. If he loses some weight, maybe he can give me some referrals. Well, that's fine. Well, here is both. They come together hand in hand. It's beautiful. There's none one without the other. You can't be successful in the business unless you use the product that saves you money. And the product works, and it works immediately. And that's why Smiley loves it so much, because I mean, that DoorDash and that Uber driver and that Lyft driver, in a couple of days, he's already a customer is coming back for more product because he already burned the field and saved 20%, 25%. He'd never seen that in his life. That is amazing. Let's put money in their pocket. They haven't even sell anything. They haven't even sponsor anyone, and they're putting money in their pocket. You get the picture? They're putting money in their pocket. I mean, I can go into any MLM right now that has wellness and nutritional supplements and skincare products, and they're wonderful. When they tell me I only need 20 people to 30 people to break even, I say, are you kidding me? Why don't we just pop in the pill in the tank and get it over with? That's as powerful as this thing is. Everybody in your team is putting money in their pocket. Everyone. You can't say that in any other company. I hope you get the picture. The fast way is via phone call or text message. Some people are using texting. Some people are just making the phone call. The phone call has got to be fast, to the point, with enthusiasm, more than 3 minutes. Don't do full presentations over the phone. Do it very fast and use the system. RS always showing us the system. And hopefully you pay attention to those things, because we have a great system. You know, we have a video, we have PowerPoint, we have this, we have that, testimonies, and we can send some to these people, or we can just do it in person. We can just do it over the phone or over whatever. You decide what the media is, but all you want is to pique their interest. Answer questions with more questions. We'll get to that one. You have only 2 days to choose from. I say, well, you can be on the Tuesday call, the Thursday call. And once we have the 24/7, you're going to say, hey, what's a good time for you to look at this thing? You know, no, we can give you an opportunity to do it anytime, 24/7. Okay. And you can do a 3-way call invitation. Now, some people ask for more information right off the bat, and they want to keep you on the line explaining, and that's not good, because you may do a half the work with no transparencies, with no testimonies. It's going to be a hard sell. In case they demand more information from you, you need to be prepared what to say and then walk away. You're going to say, yes, we have a new company with global expansion. It's growing very fast in the USA and abroad, and it's offering a very lucrative rewards program. The product works, and it's an opportunity to become a founder member also. I'm a bit in a hurry. I'm running, and it's impossible for me to explain this in just 5 minutes. We have to meet to give you more information, or you can say, well, I'm going to send you some links so you can take a look, and then we can discuss this, or you can come to our call, and then I can answer all your questions. Okay. So if you cannot attend the group presentation, then set up a personal meeting, one-on-one or a 2-on-1 with the expert on a 3-way call, whatever that is. And if it's not interested, then send them an information package, no matter what. I mean, the information pack, you know what it is, the links, PDFs, whatever, videos, audios. Insist on not being interested, then leave the door open, ask for referrals, and apply the 3-month rule, follow up in 3 months and figure out where they stand because things change. Okay. Now, attract their interest according to their personality. As we're moving along in our recruiting, we're going to find all kinds of people. I just picture them here with different animals, plants, and stuff like that. So you remember the sharks. The sharks smell the money, not the blood, the money. They're greedy. They're quick. And you cannot put obstacles to them. They barrage through them very fast. They're voracious. You got to be prepared for those. Don't dwell too much on the product. Move into the opportunity. Tell them about the huge potential, income potential on this thing. The opportunity to become one of the first ones in the company is a ground floor opportunity. That kind of thing will be attracted to them more than just the product, okay? One-on-one and group, it works well with both of them, and you're gonna hit the C or the analyticals, the defensive people. They have mental ability. Perhaps they're very professional, whatever they do, and they're gonna be there for a while. If I'm a fish and I'm gonna eat one of those, I think I go to the next one, because maybe months before you get them in, or a year. And one-on-one is okay. Just keep asking for their opinion about Govvi, so they can do all the investigation, and then you just next week they're gonna ask you for more information. They're gonna tell you all the negative stuff that they found about it. And you know what? It's gonna get to a point where you're gonna have to make a decision of whether you want to keep entertaining that person or close the door. And my opinion is this. I mean, you have to be courteous with people, but when you think about this, when somebody comes with an objection such as, I want to have more science on this, I want to have the investigations and this and that, you're not going to go past that, because it doesn't matter what you give him, is not going to be good enough. And if you think yourself as a salesman on a telecommunications store like T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon Wireless, and you're selling phones, and somebody comes to you and said, well, that sounds really interesting, it looks like a good phone, but in order for me to buy it, I need all the science behind it. I need to know how the telecommunication works with the satellite network. I need the circuit board drawings, and I need all the differential equations on it. And you're the salesman, what are you going to say? Oh, yeah, I'm going to get you that information. You're going to say, well, we appreciate your interest. When you're ready to buy your phone, come back, we're here. Next in line, please. Okay, so that's my attitude. Perhaps I'm too harsh, but maybe I've been doing this too long already, 36 years in the industry and 16 years selling field catalysts. And I know those sea urchins when I see them. And that's why I'm just telling them, when you're ready to buy, I'm here. And it's better not to know much than trying to give them half information. Is never going to satisfy them anyway. Dolphins, they like to have fun. They know a lot of people. Those are the ones you want. Mention that their personality is important, because wow, with your personality, with your attitude, with all your talents, wow, you're going to have a lot of people in this organization. And you have the whales too. They're social, slow, and with family packs, and they're hard to get. But once you get one of them, you get the whole family, the whole friends, everybody will come. Okay. So mention that we have a support system for them, and bring them to a group presentation. They're not very fond of doing a three-way call, put them in the spot with one person. Just bring them into the social, call, the Zoom call, where you see all the pictures and other people. Okay. So indirect invitation, provoked invitation. Do you know anybody that would like to make a lot of money? And they're going to say, well, what about me, John? I want to make some money. So that's an indirect invitation, okay? You're asking them for referrals off the bat instead of pitching them. And that works sometimes very well because they don't feel that they're being sold on anything, okay? And then as they hear the information, they're interested themselves. What do you talk to when you're doing that kind of thing and you're talking and reconnected with some friends and family? Of course, you talk about family, you talk about occupation, you talk about money. And as you're talking about those things, you haven't even bring in the invitation. Don't talk about Govvi. Don't talk about the gas bill, nothing. Just have a conversation with them about those topics and it will come by itself. They're going to say, oh, I would like to have more time with the family. I don't hate my work, or I don't have any money. I'm tired of my business, or my business is not going very well. And just listen, and then tailor the opportunity to them, because this may solve some of his problems. And now they're going to be willing to join your deal. Would you like to learn more about a new way to having more money and more time freedom? Learn to listen. And cold contacts. Wow. Some people are masters in this. Wonderful. I mean, it's all valid here. At the bank, at the mall, on the coffee with a friend, at the dentist, at work, at the gym, the taxi and the autobus, or this is now autobus, is on the bus, is that right? Well, I'll correct it later. It's still in Spanish. And the boss. I'll correct it later. All right. And then you have different places where you can find people. Apply the 3-4 rule and always make sure to get an appointment. Imagine that you're making $30,000 every month for sharing this with people. And that should get you going. All right. Why did your guest did not show up to the meeting? Well, that's not good. I invited a lot of people to the Zoom call. Nobody show up. Well, maybe there was a lack of emotion or motivation when you invite them. Maybe the business presentation was conducted over the phone or in the first approach. Maybe you did the whole presentation already on the phone. You spend, instead of 3 minutes on the invitation and getting their curiosity, you spend a lot of time trying to explain this thing, and you did a half presentation that didn't gel. Maybe you didn't identify the expert. You know, that works too. The appointment did not get confirmed. They forgot about it, or you didn't pick him up or remind him about it. You know, you need to call the prospect, see how he's doing, get another appointment, try to do it one more time. Your guest doesn't show up, try to see them in person or in the Zoom. He keeps avoiding you, then talk to other people. All right, just let him go. 6 minutes of your busy day, 2 prospects a day. Can you do that? 6 minutes, 2 invitations. 6 minutes, only 3 minutes. You only have 3 minutes for the invitation. You need to pack it and you need to do it fast, and that's duplicatable. All right. You're a busy person. Get the quick invitation fast. The other day I was just driving from Vegas to California, visiting my mom. I'm at my mom's right now in California. And while I was driving, I made some phone calls and I have 3 people coming in. You know, that's it. You just need to make the appointment and make the invitations, organize the call. Okay. Now, this is the best part of our training today. All right. Types of presentations, the opportunity presentations. Yeah, we have the Tuesday, Thursday call. We have the personals. You do a 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 or 3-way call with the expert or the upline. And the group presentations, you can do small groups too. Start forming groups, start using the PowerPoint, start, you know, you already listened to this call 20 times, 50 times, and you say, I'm getting bored. Well, it's time for you to do your own calls. That doesn't mean that you don't show up to the Tuesdays and Thursday calls. You're still feeding those to grow them, but you start doing small meetings yourself. So you start having fun yourself too, okay? You can use all kinds of media assistance. But the key on the closing and the follow-up is to not do it on your own. Do it as a team. You're going to grow faster if you do 3-way calls on the closing. because if you do it by yourself, you don't have the respect of the people you know. They trust you, but they don't have the respect in the business side. So when you edify a third party, that prepares your prospects, and then you give all the power to the expert to close. And it's easier sometimes to get the card or the closing from the expert or the three-way call that you can get on your own. So you're not closing and you're prospecting, but you're not closing, you need to use the system. It's the oldest system I've used, and is the one that produced the most money over the years, doing three-way calls closing. It works like a charm. It's wonderful. And then the group presentations, I'm not going to spend much time on this. We are not doing a lot of these meetings anymore. We're doing more Zoom calls. The only thing I can say is prepare your testimony, mute your line if you have noise in your house. I mean, you can leave your camera on if you want, but mute your lines, okay? Very important. Now, follow up. Start at the end of the presentation. The minute that presentation is over, we need to do follow-up, 24, 48 hours. Look at them in the eye, say, John, are you ready to get started? And wait for an answer. Or much better, you want to start with the business or the professional pack? That's a better question, because the other one says, well, I'm not ready, and then you're out. But if you give them an option, how you want to join, with the business or the professional package, then you have better chances there. Are you ready now? Then start filling out the application, send the enrollment form or the link for them to get started. No, thank you, I'm not interested. Well, is there something stopping you, John or Mary? Well, thank you for your time. Leave the door open and offer just a product or ask for referrals, okay? Do you know anyone who would like to save money on fuel or earn extra income or big income? Apply the 3-month follow-up rule. And then if they say, I'm gonna think about it, and they say, I'm gonna have to pray about it, well, then I can say, like Marjolaine taught me, I said, well, let's bow our heads right now. Here, let's pray right now for it. Okay, I'm just kidding. Well, let's have fun with this thing, you know what I'm saying? With the objections, instead of being so afraid about it, because they're the same things that people say all the time. And what is that you like the most about Govvi? Okay, I'll think about it. It is okay to talk and meet such day, and then set up another appointment to do it again, you know. And it's very important to do that. Sometimes some people say, I don't have any time, or I don't have any money. And there's certain things that you can say to those people. Objections are a way to avoiding and making a decision, and you require more information. Maybe in some cases, just try the product. Ask them, just try the product, okay? The result of fear is a defense mechanism. 90% are emotional objections. And then what you need to do is just discover the concerns and what is it, the motives that they don't want to integrate themselves with our team, and make the right questions, adequate questions. All right. And prejudging is something that doesn't work very well in this type of business, because what happens is we have no idea who they know, or who they can bring to the table. Sometimes we think that the most likely person to our program could be the person that opens the door to some huge organizations, because you don't know who they know or who those people know. And it may be direct, or it may be 2-3 generations down, that somebody's going to come here and explode the business globally, and they don't even know you. They're not even going to use your time. And that's wonderful. You're just going to cash the check. And I don't know, I mean, people have been in the industry for a long time here. And, you know, I'm sure that has happened to you. Let's do a quick pause before we wrap it up. Anybody has been in the organization, in the network marketing industry, that has had someone that you think was not going to do much, and then all of a sudden your 3rd, 4th generation, a big explosion happens? Has that happened to you? Or anybody wants to say anything about that?
No, Dr. Lee, you should never judge anybody because if you don't know them that well, there's an old expression in our industry, the studs become duds and the duds become studs. You just don't know who they know. In regards to the analytical person you were talking about there, your sea urchins, and you are kind of like a sea urchin because you're very analytical, and with your background, you're an engineer. But you know something, I'm not that way. I'm a fun kind of a gal. But I would take a person like that, I'd send them your frequently asked questions, and I would send them the science document from corporate. And I think Bert is that type of a person. I've listened to him enough now to form my personal opinion of him. And I'm very grateful that that document is there. I can't get through it. I don't care about all that stuff. But I know that you went through it with a fine-tooth comb and made yourself very valuable to the advisory team. So now I'm confident that when I run across a person like that, I have the tools that I can give those people and then do, you know, a follow-up in 48 hours and then 3 months, whatever it is. But you don't know, that person could become a superstar.
Wonderful. You're right. I mean, we need to give them information, but it gets to a point where you need to make a decision, you know, whether they're going to join or they're not going to join. But yeah, I agree with you. The science is there. You can send it to them. You can send the Q&A and so on and so forth. Or you can always have a three-way call. You know, I can do a three-way call with a person that is very analytical, but I only give him one shot. You know, I'm not going to beg him. I'm not going to, you know, do anything like that. They just get one shot, and if they see it, fine. If they don't see it, next. Because I have the two sides of myself. Is that right? But right. I want to see myself as a networker, not as a scientist, and as a salesman. You know what I mean? That is just trying to sell a product or build an organization. So yeah, so it works both ways. But it's case by case basis. All right, cannot judge anybody. I agree with you. All right, so let's go. Objections are opportunities. Confront them. You know, somebody says, well, I don't have any time because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You are right, John. You're right, Mary. You're a mess. And you don't have, the reason you don't have any time is you have too many irons in the fire. You're doing so many things. You need to stop doing some of the things that are not working for you. You've been working with that company for 5 years and you're making any money. All you do is complain. It's time to make a change. How's that? That's confronting them. I don't know. Maybe it's too rough, but sometimes it works, you know. And, you know, I don't have any money. Well, the reason you have any money is because what you're doing doesn't work. That's why you need this opportunity. This is huge. You can make a lot of money and solve your problems. All right, so that's confronted. Identify yourself with them. The other one is the soft approach. So the 3 words that says, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. And this is what I found. And that works very well too. You know, it depends, but you got to try them all. I have no money, no time. I don't know how to sell. We don't sell products. We build huge leverage with a lot of consumers buying direct to the company. How's that? Is this a pyramid? Anybody under you can make more money than you. You mean like corporate America or the church? Here you can be at the top. Well, you have fun with it. Is that right? I mean, you need to have these answers. I have no experience. Oh, don't worry about it. We work as a team. We have experts in the organization that can help you. And we have systems that you make it so easy to do. All right. So anyway, keep track of the history of your name list. You can rotate the list, avoid focusing on the same people all the time. Talk less, make more money. Some leaders said that. Talk less, talk to more people. You know, it's about exposures and look for the people who are ready. Do not take rejection personal. Not everybody is in the opportune timing, and always ask for referrals. The fortune is in the follow-up, and you need to crush fear. You know, fear is very interesting because I was studying fear we all have experienced fear in different occasions and different times in our lives because of different situations, whether it's public speaking, whether it's getting into a dark room, whether it's doing something that we hate or we are afraid of. We're afraid of animals. We're afraid of this, of that. Okay. Fear is something that we're experiencing inside of us of something that is in the future that has not happened yet. Okay. And when you make conscious about that what you're fearing is an emotion of something that hasn't happened, then the fear doesn't exist. So when you walk towards it and when you act on it, fear disappears. It goes away, okay? Because it's in the future, all right? So how you do this is the fear goes away by taking action. The more you do it, the more confident you feel about yourself, and then you can see this easy. The key to success in this business is to present the plan to as many people as possible. Invite a lot of people to the weekly Zoom, to the conference calls, to the presentation, to one-on-ones. Provoke a giant explosion. I challenge you to invite 45 people in the next 15 days, 3 a day. And it's important to use the support of your upline, the expert, maintain a positive attitude, use the systems, learn how to have fun with your business. You are at the right place at the right time with Govvi. And, that's it, folks. That's the training for the day. All right. So hopefully we had something out of this, and open the line for comments, and we'll wrap up the call.
Yeah, I don't know, Dr. Lee. I think you need to be more excited when you give these trainings and presentations. I don't think you're excited enough.
Anyway.
And thank you. I'd also like to remind everybody that,
That's funny.
yeah, Monday night is the end of our week. And it also, I have posted the times for people in the different areas of the country. Also, I have posted the Telegram links for people to join. And I'm glad you spend a lot of time on personal development, because it's just so very important. Many of us live that on a daily basis, and a lot of people don't. So now is an opportunity for them to tap into that. And I don't think people know that you spent some money putting together that website for us, Leadership University on Telegram. So thank you for that. And I hope everybody does use it and at least goes to it once a day.
Wonderful. RS, appreciate that very much. I want to send the call back to my co-host Smiley for some comments. Smiley, good evening.
Hey, all right. Hey, great call. The training is good, and the people who are on here getting the training, I think it's just so valuable, because like everything you said, absolutely right. And hey, I'm looking for those sharks, and occasionally we have those sea urchins.
By the way, Smiley, I'm gonna post the PDF on Telegram of today's training. I did last week, and you're gonna have the second one posted also on the call.
All right.
And,
sounds good.
Thank you so much, Smiley. Thank you for leadership. Appreciate that very much. Let's go, Steve Hall. I don't know if Steve's left, probably he's gone by now.
No, good training, Dr. Lee. We can always reinforce what we know, even if we don't know it all. Good training. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve. We don't want to thank everybody for joining us today. Looking forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Bring your guest, use the system, and looking forward to building an international organization. I mean, it's getting excited by the day. More and more countries. Basil, what do you think about all these countries now open distribution centers everywhere? And isn't that incredible for a 3-month-old company? 3 months.
Yeah.
4 months, and we're all over the planet.
That's exciting. So that's great, because we have a lot of people waiting in different countries to hear about it. So now we're getting there. So
were you able to get the people in Jamaica enrolled with the courier in Florida?
Believe it or not, we're still working on it. What she decided, she was having trouble, but she's fixing out her credit card and she's getting her own credit card because she didn't have any. So soon she's gonna get that and then she'll enroll.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, everybody is just taking foot in different countries. That's exciting. And I can't hardly wait maybe 1 or 2 years to see all these big groups, going everywhere in the planet, It's going to be exciting.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Well, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being on the call. Thank you for leadership. And let's make it happen this week. Let's make an explosive week. All right. Thank you. God bless you.
Thanks.
It was a
All right,
good trip.
everybody. Great call.
Yes, Phil?
It was a great one.
All right,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Have a good weekend.
Same to you, Smiley.
All right, partner.
Have fun,
See you guys.
Smiley.
All right, Phil.
Thank
See
you,
you
Dr.
guys.
Everybody,
Great call, Dr. Lee, RS.
thank you.
I love the part
Dr. Lee.
about Smiley that woke some of us up about finding those jewels out there that we're not following through with.